Welcome to Awakening You channel. If you appreciate what we do, please support us. Thank you. Dear sons and daughters of planet Earth, I am Sananda. Once again, it is with great joy and gratitude to Father or Mother God, for allowing me to have a voice and speak to you. There is no point in worrying about what will come next. The timeline is something that is formed from emanations. What you call the future, we call results. It is the return of everything that was emanated at a certain time in the universe. Is there a way to escape this timeline? I would say no. What was emanated generated a result, and the result always comes. The only thing that can be done is simply for you to be vibrating high, totally disconnected from what is happening outside. Let's put it this way: a fortress, a large castle with high walls, contained large and heavy structures, capable of withstanding any force that comes from the outside. Create this image in your minds. Now enter this fortress. What's inside it doesn't really matter, whether it will be a house, whether it will be a castle, whether it will be nothing, it will be an empty space, that is not important. The importance is that when you pass through these gates and place yourself within this great fortress, you are protected. An avalanche could come, fireballs could come, out of control animals could come. Your fortress is indestructible. But how to build this indestructible fortress? With faith, with believing that you are divine sparks, and as such, you have powers, and with powers, you build whatever you want. Your mind creates this fortress. So if you don't believe, if you are afraid, or if you just create, because I'm saying here that it is to create, it will not be a fortress, it will be a weak wall totally susceptible to any knock that someone gives from the outside. Because you didn't raise him with courage, you didn't raise him with love and belief. Now if you create it with certainty that there is an extremely strong, indestructible, impenetrable wall, that is how it will be, and everything outside will remain outside, you will continue living your life within the wall normally. Then many may ask me, but wait, how do I live inside the wall, if there is nothing inside? So I ask you, is the wall physical? No, it's not. The wall is something that you will create with your mind, so within it you don't need to eat, you don't need to drink, you don't need to sleep, and you don't need to be afraid. You just create a wall around yourself, and not an imaginary wall, you create an etheric wall of energy. So your life here at third dimension continues. You leave the house, you work, you eat, you sleep, you do all the normal things you do during the day. But wherever you go, you will have a wall around you. You will have something that will protect you from anything, protect you from negative energy, protect you from violence, protect you from evil, protect you from everything, but you continue your physical life. Because this wall also has a property, it emanates energy. So she removes from her path everything that is incompatible with her energy. My sons and daughters, believe that you have powers, believe that you can change, not the world, you can change the path of each one of you. You can choose what the path will be like, you just need to protect yourself, and everything that happens outside, energetically speaking, will not reach you. But what about the physical world and people? I repeat again, the wall emanates energy of love. So go there, keep away anyone who comes with a different energy than this. They are still there in the world around you, but they don't see you, they may even pass by you, but no, you won't be seen. This is the great purpose, that you protect yourselves no matter what happens out there. Observe your world, stop looking at your own navel and look at what is happening outside. Strange things are happening. I speak of strange behavior, as if humanity were completely losing any trace of love in their hearts. But then I ask you a question, is it all humanity, is everyone acting the same way? No, some representatives do. But we have tried to be very clear here, so I will try to be once again. Whoever acts in this way is following the energy of the mass, is complying with it, is living the same vibration, the same frequency. Are many becoming violent? No, they are not becoming violent, they are being what they have always been in their hearts, only now they are exposed, they no longer have the discretion to hide, they are acting as they truly are. It's like a big magnet, the mass is negative, it's a big magnet and attracts those who vibrate in the same range, even if camouflaged. Now there is no more camouflage, the camouflage is going away, people are being truthful, which they always were, but they hid it, denied it, put on masks so as not to appear exactly as they are. So within your walls, you will be immune to all of this and will be able to stay away from this mass. Now let's be very clear, creating the wall is not difficult, keeping it standing, oh, that's another interesting point. Let's say you build this wall with many stones, stones upon stones, a lot of cement, which is what you know in your world, and you build wide, deep, extremely strong walls. But then during your day, you accuse a brother, you judge, you point the finger, you take sides, you choose sides, the stones fall, the wall doesn't remain standing, it dissolves quickly. So to keep the wall standing, the mind, actions, and words must be compatible with protection. May everything in you be a fifth-dimensional purpose, not a third-dimensional one. Many think that when we say certain things here, that's very easy, I'll do it. And nothing works. Well, I did it, but I don't feel like it works. But he is unable to look at his own actions, he is unable to look at his own thoughts, he is unable to look at his own words, because the ego won't let him, the ego continues to act and call the shots in his life. So as long as you don't placate your ego, don't put it in the right position, your protections will be worthless. And I say more, with each attitude like this, you get closer and closer to this mass, because that's how it is, it's condemning, judging, discriminating, separatist, it's all of that. Everything that is contrary to the fifth dimension is this mass that is there. So whoever acts this way is getting closer and closer to it, and many don't realize it. Many of you think that thoughts have no consequence, many of you think that words have no consequence, only actions. I would say that thoughts are the most powerful, because they come from the mind, words depend on how you speak, with the mind or with the heart, each one has a weight and is as powerful as a big bomb. So my sons and daughters, choose to have this wall around you. But for it to remain standing and not be easily dissolved with a single word, pay attention to what you think, what you say and what you act, a lot of attention. The moment is very delicate, because everything that is happening around you is being fed. Because everyone who vibrates together with this mass is joining it, and then everything seems stronger, everything seems to happen more frequently. And it's not an illusion, it's the pure truth. Now it is up to each of you to create the wall and remain protected, being able to walk among people who vibrate this mass without being seen. This is what we want, and you will not be attracted to it, because it vibrates in the opposite direction. They vibrate light, love, compassion, all feelings pertinent to the fifth dimension. So each of you create your wall the way you want, and I just make one reservation, there is no point in creating a wall many feet high. No, that's not where the fortress has to be. The fortress has to be in the walls, not in height. The walls need to be wide, and to create these wide walls, just think with love, with belief, with will. And this wall will be built with all its might, and don't forget to enter it. You cannot build the wall from the inside out, it is from the outside in, and then you open the gates and enter inside it. And you also don't need powerful keys to keep the gates closed, because the wall is responsible for making that gate impenetrable. Who will create their own wall? Which of you thinks you are capable of creating this wall and keeping it standing? So I say this will be a great exercise. And those who do it with a lot of belief, a lot of faith, every time they make a mistake, they will hear the stones falling, because it will have my energy, and I will show each one, look, you are destroying your wall. I will take care of each one's wall. And yes, it is clear and obvious that when you start building this wall, you can call me and I will be carrying each stone, I will be helping you build your wall. And she will have my energy and obviously yours too. Because it will not be my energy that will keep you standing, my energy will only be, let's say, the watchman, where every wrong step you take, I will make you hear the stones falling and you will know that you will need to rebuild your wall. Who wants to play this game with me? Because it is a game, because it is a game that will take you a long time to win, because there is none of you who will keep this wall standing 24 hours a day. You will create and quickly the stones fall, because you still have a lot to learn. But I'm there like a watchman, showing you, hi, you dropped your stone. And you will be aware of the act you committed. And so, little by little, over time, you will be able to make this wall stronger and stronger. And going back to talking about the timeline. No, you do not change the timeline unless we intercede in this regard, unless we intercede with all of you and change the timeline. So if everyone comes together with their walls and becomes powerful, the energy generated by all of these, yes, changes the timeline. Making things easier, less traumatic, for you and for the whole. So realize that the action is not just for you, the action is for the whole. Let's each do our part, let's change the timeline together, with actions, thoughts and words. Come on, it's an invitation I make. And don't forget, to build the wall, each one in their own way, there's no prayer, there's no meditation, there's nothing. Each one will build their own wall with their stones. I will be there if you invite me, and if you invite me, I will be your watchman, I will inform you, look, your walls are falling. And I will make you see it, I will make you hear it, I will make you feel it. So the invitation is there, everyone to make their choice. Now, don't blame me later if your walls don't stand, it's certainly a product of the actions of each one of you.